Hello, I'm going to show you how to make certificates quickly and easily using Google Slides and the Autocrat add-on. Alright, so first thing, I'm using Google Slides to create my template. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I'm going to print this on regular paper, is go over here to the page setup, and I'm going to change this to custom and change it to an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And now it's the right size. The second thing I'm going to do is, just because it's easier, I'm going to change this to a blank slide. And now I'm going to make a simple certificate. So I'm going to add in some shapes here. I'm going to do this one. And, ooh, that's ugly. So I have a simple box, and I'm going to make the inside transparent, and the line, we'll do some Christmas colors, and I'll make this just a little bit thicker. Okay, so now I have the beginning of my award. I'm going to add in a text box that just says this is awarded to. And center that. Okay, so now here's where we're going to start to actually build this template so that it will automatically put in the information that we have. I have this spreadsheet that I have built that you could have this from a form, or you could build it by yourself. So I have the names of the people, and then I have the award they're getting. I have to tell the spreadsheet where to put this information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a merge tag. So I'm going to go back over here and make a text box. And in order to make the merge tag, I'm going to use the icon on top of the comma, put 2 of those, and I'm going to put first name and then 2 at the end. Those tell it that this is a merge tag. Now what you have right here has to be exactly the way it is over here. So for example, if I had written over here first, then over here I have to have just first, because it won't work if they're not exactly the same. So now I've got first, and then just to make this easier so I don't have to do those things, I'm just going to copy it again, move it over, and then I'm going to change this to last. So now I've got 2 merge tags, only the problem is this one isn't last, it's last name, so I'm just going to remove this and make it last. Sometimes it's a lot easier particularly if you make a form where the question is kind of long up here, you want to change it before you make the merge tag, because it's just easier to have a one-word merge tag, and that way there's less chance of making a mistake. All right, so the last merge tag I need to add in is my award. So I'm going to move this here. I'm going to make a new text box, and I'm going to put award. And it has to be capitalized. If it's capitalized in the spreadsheet, it has to be exactly the same. So if you don't capitalize, it won't work. Okay, now this is my really, really, really ugly certificate. Make that word a little bit bigger. But I have a template here. So now back over here on my certificate, this is where I'm going to do all of the heavy lifting. So I'm going to use a add-on called Autocrat. So the first thing you need to do is go to Get Add-ons and go over here to Autocrat. It might pop up right away because it's quite a popular one. And I'm going to click the free button and add it. It's going to ask me to automate. I'm going to say yes. Okay, so now the add-on script is there, and I'm going to go ahead and click on add-ons and Autocrat, and I'm going to open. So I'm going to create a job here, and I'm going to tell Autocrat what to do with the information in this sheet. And it's going just on this sheet right here, just this sheet. If I had other sheets, Autocrat wouldn't do anything with those. So it's just going to use sheet 1. I'm going to create a new job. And I'm going to call this Easy Super Fast Certificates. The job is something that you might run over and over. So if you're creating certificates more than once, you can name the job, have the same job that you would just rerun. All of the things have to be the same in the job, otherwise you would need to make a new job. So I'm going to click next here, and I have to select a template. So I'm going to select the one that I just made. So I'm going to connect that through Drive. And one of the nice things about using Google Slides is that it will create a slide for each one of the kids. So now I'm going to use this template. I'm going to select it. It's going to pop up here. You can also use Autocrat with Google Docs, but if you're making certificates, it's much easier to do it with slides. So I'm going to click Next. And now I have to tell where I want it to merge. So I wanted to take the information from sheet 1 right here, and I wanted to put it in this slide. So I have to tell that there. And now it's telling me where it's mapping. So it's telling me first is going to map to the column first in my spreadsheet. It's telling me where I have last over here, that is going to map to the last name column. And it's telling me where I have award, that it is going to map to the column award. This is a place where if I didn't have it right, it would give me an error, and it would say that I didn't have it correct. So I also have a header row, so I'm going to leave that there, and the first data is in row 2. I'm going to click Next. All right, so here's where I get to name my file. So I'm going to name the file that it's going to create, because it's going to create a new file for me. I'm going to name it December Super Fast Certificates. And here I want to have Google Slides, because I'm not creating a PDF, but I could. I want to be able to edit it, so I'm going to leave it as Google Slides. And then this is really important. If you choose multiple output mode, it's going to create a slide deck, a different file for each one of these, and I don't want that. I want them to be all in one file. So I'm going to click single output, and then I'm going to click Next here. And here I have to choose a folder. I just want it to go in my drive. Oops, choose folder. I have to choose a place where my file is going to live, so I'll put it in, let's just go ahead and put it in English there. And then Next. You don't need to worry about this. Next. A merge condition would be if there was something in here that you only wanted to merge if it said yes or no, but I'm not doing that in this one, so I'm going to click Next. This is not a shared doc, so I'm going to click No, but you could do it that way. Run form on trigger means you tell it when to run. Run on time trigger means it runs at a certain time, but I don't want that. I'm going to run it manually. And now I'm going to click back. Oops, sorry, save. So it's saving my job now. I've told it everything that I want it to do, and we're going to wait. Okay, so now it's created my job, so now I need to run it. And here I have the option of running my job, editing my job, viewing the job, or deleting it. So, and this is just for this spreadsheet and just for this tab at this point. So I'm going to click Run. And you're going to see up here, it's going to start to populate this spreadsheet. It's going to start to show me my merge doc there. Okay, so now that's all done running, I can click out of there, and it actually gives me the link here to my document. So if I just click, it's going to take me to my document, and now I have my beautifully ugly certificates that I can print out and hand out to all of my friends. And it didn't take very long, and I didn't have to individually type in all of this stuff.